How you doing?
Good. Is this the official launch of your Heisman campaign?
We can go ahead and say that, definitely, for sure.
Will there be some merchandise, the Heisman or whatever?
I'm gonna have to think about it. I gotta get with some graphic designers, maybe come out with something good.
What's it mean to be here, though? To be recognized? You're the only special teams guy here. What's that mean?
Yeah, I don't know if really words can do it justice. Obviously, I'm just incredibly thankful to be here. The fact that Coach Beamer thought of me is just kind of it takes my breath away, and it's exciting. I mean, you look around, there's so many people here, all the teams are here. It's a great event, the best of the year, and just definitely really grateful to be here.
What's the perception in the locker room of these years past when you've seen guys go? What kind of label does that put on the guys that go as in terms of leaders of this program?
Yeah, I think definitely you want to pick the best leaders on your team. I know, Coach brings 3 guys. We have a lot more leaders, but it shows, the guys that have a lot of times played the longest or interacted the most with the team. And it's not always the vocal leaders. A lot of guys lead by example. So I'm just glad that he viewed me as a leader and someone that, can lead this team.
With how talented the special teams unit was last year, obviously Coach Lembo gets the contract extension, everything like that. Beamer Ball 2.0.
Exactly.
Do you feel like today when you make the rounds, you're representing the entire special teams unit and obviously a big third of what your program's all about?
I think so, definitely. We've been able to impact multiple games on special teams, and that just goes back to Coach Lembo and Coach Beamer putting so much time and effort into it. And I'm just extremely grateful to be a part of such a great unit and team. And, like we've seen, it's been able to impact lots of games.
As you go around today, you're going to hear a lot about expectations growing the last couple of years just under Beamer. Just as one of the classes that helped build that, does that excite you as a competitor as well, just to be able to have that bar raised?
Definitely excites me a lot. Like you've said, we've been able, each year we increase and do better and better. So, we're expecting to do the same thing this year, but we don't like to look at the outside noise and our projections and all that. We know what we're capable of, and we're looking to have, a great season and win the championship and do even better.
How much are you actually throwing the football during practice? Is that like just do it on the side, or are you actually throwing, taking 25 passes?
Every day, me and Hunter, our long snapper, when we warm up for our specific duties, we throw the ball and we keep backing up until about 50 yards or so, just like running, doing random throws that you'd never expect. But it keeps the arm loose and keeps us in good shape.
What goes through your mind on 4th down and it's going to be one of those fakes? You've had tremendous success on those, whether it's the holding or the punting. What goes through your mind when it's coming? Because nobody else does.
I don't really have much time to think about it. Normally we get the call right as we're going on the field almost. So that's definitely the most nervous I am in a game. I'm more nervous than any punt or hold. But then, I think back to practicing it and, we complete it all the time. And then you just trust your abilities. And most of the time the guys have been wide open, so that's helped a lot.
How does it do when it works?
Have you mentioned with Spencer how your quarterback rating is 400 points better than his?
Nah, I don't bring it up to him. Maybe he knows, but I'll leave that alone.
So have you gone to Spencer to get any passing tips, or is he coming to you to get some?
We talk a little bit about it. I might have to ask him a few tips today. He's been working hard, so got to get some information.
As a punter,
Do you work with people to come up with plays, or is it something he hands you to, we're going to work with?
He's always thinking of stuff. So he'll draw something up and then ask all of us in our specialist meeting, what do you think of this, if we're doing this? And we give our input, and, most of the time we're great minds think alike. So we're on the same page a lot of times, and he's done a great job.
So you've come up with a few yourself, maybe given it?
Not specifically, but I give some input on them.
we talk so much about your success and your confidence, but punting's almost like hitting, right? You go through swings, that there's ups and downs and things like that. How do you mentally balance the confidence and the mindset going into that sort of thing? And you're getting a lot more attention than most specialists do.
Yeah, I try to simplify it as much as I can. I'm kind of someone that's more laid back, and so I've noticed throughout my years of training, when I'm not too focused, but just kind of too lasered in, it throws me off a little bit, so I have to kind of lay back a little bit, and that's when I do my best. So obviously, all the hype you could say or whatever is great, but I'm still focused, not really thinking about it, just trying to do my job.
I saw you out in the driving range the other day. Does that help kind of with that mindset as well?
Oh yeah, I'm out there at the range, that's Partee Golf Center in Columbia. I'm out there probably every day, almost. I try to golf and go to the range, switch off. But it's identical to punting. It's like, I like to think of it as like a wedge or something, trying to get the right spin or hit it, the right distance. So I love doing that, and it kind of takes me away from football and kind of all the outside school, all the outside noise.
What's your favorite conversion that you've been a part of so far, and what it does to the entire offense, defense, special teams, everybody winning?
My favorite one it was the one in the Gator Bowl this past year, just because I got to throw to my long snapper, which is unheard of, and he was the third read. Unfortunately, we did lose that game, so it only could do so much. But that was just unbelievable, and it brings the defense gets juiced up, the offense gets juiced up. It just brings a whole new energy to the team.
Take us through the progression on that. What did you see? First read, second read?
Yeah, so we had Tonka was the first guy originally. I was looking at him, but as soon as we went on the field, Notre Dame, they were yelling, there's Tonka. They knew all about him from the Vanderbilt fake and things like that. And so as soon as the ball was snapped, he got double teamed. I'm pretty sure, just jammed at the line. So then my next option was to look out wide to Mitch and Hunter. And so if you're kicker and long snapper, which may not be the best matchup, but fortunately both the defensive backs took Mitch, and Hunter ran a seam, was wide open, and so I just hit him in stride.
We look what's next for you guys in terms of special teams. A lot of people look at it and say it's perfect. What are things you're trying to get better at this unit?
Yeah, we obviously had great success, but we look at it and it's like, well, we finished number one or had all the success, but look at all the things we could have done. From a punt unit specifically, more so with me, I look at it as all the punts I had that maybe didn't have the best hang time or distance, where other teams had returns. Like in the Clemson game, I had a long punt, but he returned it for about 25 yards or so. So it just eliminates the whole thing. So for me specifically, it's about getting stronger, more flexible, and just working specifically on distances and hang times.
Kai, is the Ray guy snub on your mind? Is that a chip on your shoulder? Is it just, I'm not thinking about it?
I try to use it as motivation, but at the same time, I know that my time will come, and I'm just going to keep working. And I know that if I do the right things, then I'll be in that position.
Kai, sorry to put you on the spot. Have you thought at all about, could this be your last year? Are you looking ahead, potentially returning for a second year?
The thought, it's obviously crossed my mind, but I'm most focused on this year, and whatever happens for a reason. And I know that if this year goes well, then obviously I want to stay here as long as I can. I love this place; it's home to me. Love Coach Beamer and all the guys. But yeah, we just have to see how the season goes, and that's what I'm focused on.
How has the confidence grown these last few years under Beamer, and what's it feel like? How's it feel different this year coming in than even those last years?
Yeah, I feel like every year I'm almost feeling like, it's a different feeling this year. The guys are more juiced up. But this year's different different in many reasons, but mainly because we're going to have to rely on a lot of young guys. And so that's been good for me because we work out with all the other guys. And so I've been able to see, all the young guys putting in work, and then we watch them run 7-on-7s and things like that. And so I love the fact that, these guys are hungry, they want to play, they want to get out there, and they have the right mindset. And I think that shows a lot about Coach Beamer and the guys that he's bringing in, and that gives me a lot of confidence in my teammates.
We hear all these different position groups do different things in the off season to bond and all of that. Is there anything you guys as specialists do, or do you meet up with any of the other position groups or anything?
In terms of like other groups, we'll go get food or play golf, but with the specialists, like we went to Mitch's Lake House once. We try to play golf, every week or every other day. But yeah, most of the times it's just leisure activities.
As a player, what's lost in not playing Georgia, Tennessee, Florida? I mean, you could argue those are 1, 2, 3 on the SEC rivals list.
Yeah, I know for me specifically, those places are, some of the most fun places to play. But I understand that, the league's expanding and you got to get everyone that you can on the schedule. And so unfortunately, we might not be able to play some of these teams. But it's, I've been able to play most of the teams in the SEC so far, and I'm extremely grateful and I've loved every second.
So is there talk among the guys about, hey, we're not going to play these guys, but we're going to go to a place we haven't played before, see some teams that we haven't played in a long while?
It's definitely a topic of discussion. Like I know we go to Oklahoma next year, back at LSU, and so those are places that you're almost more excited to play at, just because it's a new team coming in. You never played there before, so we're all excited for sure.